Yeah, like going back to like what I was saying is that I never played in this type of style of defense before. So like, and I also personally just wasn't a fan of it. Didn't believe in the philosophy of it personally, just as a my own football player. But like getting the chance to play in it and just getting the chance to see like how versatile we are, how dynamic we are, the type of things we can do. It just allowed us to kind of, or allowed me to understand the different aspects of it and just to just have fun with it, and then just being able to rep it throughout the spring and the summer. I just fell more and more in love with it, and I'm so excited for what we can do this year just because of just the type of things we were able to do now, and the type of athletes we have in our team. I feel like it really kind of suits us. So I'm really excited for what we have going up.
If I can follow up on that, what about the scheme were you specifically, I guess, that hasn't been on initially the first?
Personally, I'm just not a big fan of three downs. Like I wasn't, but just again, like being able, just because the defense is so multiple, so versatile. Like we do so many things. Like I understand the overarching like theme of it and how we're able to do stuff. So once I kind of understood like what we were doing, I kind of understood like okay, like I can rock with this. Like it's not that. Everything's not what it seems at first. So I was able to kind of get a better grasp of it and being able to rep it more. I'm really excited for it.
We'll go back left to Adler. Well, we spoke to Coach White a couple times. He talked about he wanted to see more out of you guys, more physicality. He was kind of disappointed with some of the effort stuff. How direct was he with you guys in the meeting rooms? How did that land with all you guys? How was the process?
Yeah, I mean, each day is another step, and you can't afford to take steps back. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about setting the standard, and you don't go below that standard, right? So if I think I said this before, but if one day you're at 8, I'm saying you can't go below 8. So you know what I'm saying? Being able to build upon each day, not taking steps back, always looking for improvement, and being able to bring it every day. Can't use excuses like, oh, it's hot outside. I'm saying the new turf is weird. Like you can't use those excuses because like everyone can make up an excuse for everything, right? So not grabbing at straws to find out like, oh, what can I blame this on? Like man, it's getting up each day and just going to work.
We'll go to Liam, second row here.
Coach White called the linebackers the heartbeat of the defense. Coach JP said that you guys have like 6 or 7 guys that you rotate in the trade that day. Just how much have you enjoyed this group and personally, just how do you embrace kind of that importance in the role?
Yeah, like each year, I'm getting older and older every time I have this interview. So I've been on both sides of it, but not being an older guy, understanding the importance of being a leader and the importance of having strength in numbers, because you know obviously you never know when your number's going to be called, because again I was on that side where I was a younger guy. When my number was called, I had to go up there and do my best. So understanding the fact that the more depth you have and the more strength in numbers you have, the better you are as a group. And I feel like this group, again, like each year I feel like we've gotten closer and closer as an LB group just because of the type of personalities we have. I mean, y'all see me and Blake every day, and just everyone else kind of just coming together. So the more we can gel together, the more we can just build that camaraderie and build that chemistry with each other, the better results on the field you'll see.
Because this scheme is, as you said, so versatile, we can do so many different things and not what it looks like. What's something that, for you personally, you've had to focus on, really crafting with your game that maybe wasn't called on quite as often or earlier in your career?
Just being able to understand the broad theme of the defense, not being able to stick in one spot. Like last year, I'm playing this part of the field. Like last year, y'all saw me primarily at one spot. Like being able to understand and grasp that I can do a lot of things. We can all do a lot of things. Not trying to put yourself in a bind to try and learn one spot in the field. So just being able to, understand the full concept of the defense and what you're doing, and that allows you to play better because you know what the guys next to you doing, you know what the guys behind you doing. So now you're able to kind of flow freely and move freely without having to worry about am I in the right spot or am I doing the right thing? Like because we're so versatile and we do so many things. Like understanding the full aspect of what we're doing defensively will help you wherever you're at in the field.
That's day one of game week for you guys, but when you look at Alabama, especially with the new quarterback back there, he's got limited fielding power. Just how does that change or alter preparation for you guys?
We're going to take it one day at a time. Obviously, we got introduced to it first. I mean, Coach DeBoer's a great coach. He's won everywhere he's been at, and you've seen it throughout when he was at Washington, at Fresno. Like he produces good offenses. So defensively, so we have to have our head on swivel for the type of things we'll see, understand the type of tendencies we have in certain formations that we see a lot, And again, just attacking each day, not letting the situation of being a 3:30 game or having it be whatever. Like, I'm sick of hearing about it, to be honest with you. But the everything outside of what we have right now, just blocking it out and understanding how we can just attack each day, learn from the film that we see, and understand that it is going to be a different team, not the same team as last year, but again, it's still Alabama. It's still Coach DeBoer's team. He's still going to do what he does offensively, so we have to be prepared for that.
You mentioned playing freely, and Coach JP was here yesterday. He talked about, he mentioned freedom a few times at that position. But like, defensive football is so assignment-based. So how do those two things work together? How do you have some freedom to
I think I said in spring, like the style of which we have, each of us have our own different types of way we like to play, how we like to do certain things. I move different, like you'll see, like I move different than Omar does on the field. Blake does certain things that I don't do, right? But it's at the snap of the ball, we're all going to do our assignment. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a effect of we're all doing different things necessarily, but we're going to look different. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do different things defensively, but at the same time, we all have our assignment to play. So whatever the call is, you know what I'm saying, we're going to play the call, but at the same time, I can do what I feel like is best for me to put me in the best position to go make a play. And for me, that might be different. For Blake, that might be different. But each person is different. So it gives us a chance to be ourselves and kind of put ourselves in the best position. And what my best position on the field might not be Steph's or Elijah's.
Stay there for Matt.
You talked about film for Alabama and looking at what the film has. What film do you look at for a quarterback that hasn't really started the game and barely played? Like, what do you guys use to prepare for that?
Go off what they have. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you also understand that it's going to be this. I'm trying to figure out how to put this. Like, it's still going to be the offense. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, some things are going to change. It's not the exact same athletes in the backfield. Some people transferred out. Some people aren't here anymore. But at the same time, we're still going to see their base fundamentals. Everyone's going to be themselves. Everyone has an identity on offense that they like to do. So you can't throw all that out just because a different person's in that a position, right? Like, it's still going to be what they're still going to do what they run. Now, some things might be different as far as probably see a lot less quarterback stuff with them having Jay Miller, who's such a good athlete. I played him in high school, so I know what type of guy he is. But we're still going to see the type of stuff they do on offense. We're still going to get to their spots, still going to run the stuff they run, because at the same time, it's still Alabama is still their offense, so we're still going to see the same stuff. But just go off what they have, and obviously it's the first game of the season, so everyone's dealing with the same thing we are. So it's not something specifically to us, but being able to dissect the film that we do have and just go off that.
Coach Norvell talked about being switched up game of practice. I don't know if it was just for today, moving forward, it's been all camp about good on good at the end of practice instead of good versus out. What did you think of that? What do you think that does for the team to have that at the end of practice?
No, I did notice that, and honestly, line up and play. You know what I'm saying? You at the point in practice, you know what I'm saying, going towards the end of it, you know what I'm saying, you can get in the mindset of like, oh, I really want this to be over with. It's hot outside, or you can kind of say, like, man, let's attack these last couple periods, and with that, changing it up now kind of makes you focus on what's in front of you. When you have scout last period, you can have the mindset of like, oh, this is the last period. We're going against our scout team. Let's just kind of get this over with and we can get out of here. But when you're going against good on good, now it's the fact that, hey, man, like, it's a sense of pride in it. You know what I'm saying? You go 1 versus 1. It's like, I don't want to hear about Tommy doing that arrow celebration every day. I don't want to hear about that. So, you know what I'm saying? When we go against good on good, you know what I'm saying, you have that that mindset and that edge to go out there and compete. I'm saying, 'cause you want to compete with your guys, and obviously you want to make sure everyone's healthy, but you want to compete with your guys. So being able to lock back in and that mindset of like, man, these last 5-6 minutes, you know what I'm saying, let's go out there and compete. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, again, like back to what you said, like we have in our linebacker room, like we have like 6 or 7 guys who are able to go out there and play every week. So I feel really confident we do defensively, and I feel like just as a team, we're getting a lot better. We're just taking steps of progress. So I'm excited where we are.
We'll go 2 more. We'll go back on your left for Adler.
Kind of pivot back to Alabama. When you look at that offensive line, is it more important as a linebacker the way they're just built? Is it most important to beat them to their spot, or is it just embracing the physicality we need to perhaps go through?
I would say personally, got to be physical. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you understand the identity, who they are, and this is going to be one of the better units we play this year. But going around it, trying to find a way around it, like, it's going to be a physical game. And the more we can embrace that, not even as a linebacker, but as a defense, the more we can embrace how physical this game is going to be, because they want to run the ball. And obviously, they have the people to do that. So understanding that it's our job to stop that. So it's going to be a physical game. We have to understand that. We have to get our minds wrapped around that they're not going to change who they are just because of, again, a different quarterback, a different running back situation. They're not going to change who they are. It's still going to be that Alabama type of football, so we have to be ready for that. So not shying away from the physicality and the content that we're going to see, or the type of stuff we're going to see offensively, gap schemes, inside zone, all the type of stuff that we're going to see on film. It's coming, and it's not going to change because of a different situation in the backfield. So.
All right, we'll come front row to Chris.
You talk about wrapping your minds around being physical. Do you feel like this defense has?
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Again, you have to take steps each day. You know what I'm saying? And some days, which we're working on, and some days you can't relax, and some days you can't kind of let excuses get to you because of coach yelled at you or it's hot outside or whatever excuse may be. You can't let the excuses dictate how you play. You know what I'm saying? That's why, or when Coach White came in here and said he wanted us to be more physical, you know what I'm saying? You see a little bit of that. But, again, taking steps, and it's up to me, up to the guys on the field to take ownership in that, you know what I'm saying? And vocalize, hey, man, it's time to go out there and attack. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait for it. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. So we're taking better steps each day. I feel like since that moment where he came and talked to y'all about having us be more physical, I feel like we went out there and proved that we went out there and kind of sent the message that, we can't let that be our identity. We want our identity of this team to be physical, be aggressive, be one of those teams that are coming each and every play. So I feel like since that moment we've been way better, and we're going to continue to keep getting better as we get closer to game time.
All right, last one's going to be Ira.
When the new coaches came in and you learned about the scheme, you might have had questions or concerns. Did you express them? Did Coach White just ask you to give him time, or was he just like, hey man, it's up to you, or how do you handle it?
First thing I did when Coach White got here is I went in his office and told him straight up. First thing I did, I was like, man, I was like, Coach, I'm saying, obviously we don't really know each other like that, but if you could, please explain to me, what are we doing? I had questions, why are we, how does this work? How does this work when they do this, when we see this type of stuff? And he could have honestly been like, hey man, we'll see in the spring. You know what I'm saying? But he gave me the time of day and explained it to me, and he really didn't have to, honestly, because at that time, season just wrapped up. He just got here. He didn't even know who I was. He really could have just kind of brushed me off and kind of let me just make my own choice, but he took the time to explain it to me, and that meant a lot. Honestly, it did. It gave me, one, clarity about what we're doing, and obviously drawing on the chalkboard and in his office is different from playing on the field, but it gave me a sense of, and an idea of what we were going to do. And then once we got into the winter time, we were first starting to install it, and then we went on the field and started doing it a little more. I started to kind of understand a little more, and then once we got into spring and I had our first real spring practice, and that's when I talked to y'all about it, that's when I kind of fully understood, hey man, this is fun, you know what I'm saying? Because at first, I told you, I went in hey man, not really sure what we're trying to get accomplished here, what this is, and honestly, could you explain to me what we're trying to do? But when he broke it down to me, and I kind of had an idea what we're going to do, then I kind of had some peace of mind about it. And again, I give credit to Coach White because he definitely could have just been hey man, either it's for you or it's not. But he gave me the time of day. He explained it to me. I was in the office for maybe 10, 15 minutes. It was a good conversation about what we were doing, just scheme wise, to a complete stranger, to be honest with you. And but he gave me the time of day to help me understand what we were doing, and I'm really grateful for that.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.